Hi, it's Len and Gary here for a quick update, Friday, July the 30th. Gary, July the 22nd we had a great event at the Dome. Maybe you want to tell the folks a little bit of what transpired.
We did, Lenny. We had our successful barbecue slash auction. We took in approximately $8,500 that we have at our disposal, and I'm happy to say that we got that money in to put in seats and to buy paint equipment, and we have a request for seating that's in fact a requirement for pre-season ice time, so we've got our seating on our way by truck. Should have it in on Monday or Tuesday, and in the Dome ready for the pre-season bookings. Also, Len, before we put ice in, we have to have painting equipment, and the painting equipment's been ordered, and that's on its way. So needless to say, we're quite happy with the results of the auction and allowing us to move forward.
That's great, Gary. I know that we told the folks when this whole thing started that we would ensure that whatever proceeds were brought forward, that we'd use it for paint equipment and bleachers. To be very specific, the paint equipment is on its way. 2 sets of bleachers, 16-foot bleachers with 4 rows of seating on each, are on their way as well. And hopefully, as the year goes on, yes, Henry, we have bleachers on the way. That's our dog. They should be here the next day or so. So, Gary, it was a great event. I know that we had Battered Fish and Beaver Tail franchises here. We want to thank them very much for their efforts. It was a great night. It would have been nice to have a few more people, but during midsummer, I know it's difficult to get people out. But we also want to thank the lacrosse folks who came out in strong support of the auction on Thursday night. Gary, do you have anything else you want to add about the auction?
I would just like to say thank you to all those people, in particular my family and your family, who went out and diligently searched the community for auction items and worked their little behinds off at the auction as well. And I'd like to thank those board members who were available, who participated fully in our auction night and leading up to auction night. And I think that we were successful to the point that we would consider doing the game. Hopefully we're not in a financial situation where we can't do it in December when people are more readily available to come to the auction. But those who came spent good money, and we had good auction items, so we're very happy.
And just for a bottom line, Gary, right now we still have a few ticket remittances outstanding, but at this point we have about $8,649 to the good from that auction, which is being used fully for the purchase of the ice painting equipment and the bleachers. And we're quite surprised actually that amount could do it, but we had a great offer from a firm on the bleachers, and with a little work we'll have those done in the next week or so.
Yes, Lenny, September the 1st will be our opening date for this season, and we will have ice time booked up at that point. We're still struggling a little bit to get some of the minor hockey bookings, but by the end of this weekend, I hope that is resolved. If not, we'll resolve it.
Yeah, I know, Gary. I know I'm talking to HRM and Betty Lou Killen, who's been actually, thank you, Betty Lou, for all of your help, by the way, over the period of the last couple of weeks. We had some great support from HRM this year, which is nice. That the issue surrounding the Shearwater closure for part of the season, at least for a large part of the season, and a few other things are causing some pressures on the primetime ice. So hopefully between all of the arenas and HRM, we'll be able to sort that out. And I Gary that we work diligently with everybody in trying to resolve that. The ice starts going in middle of, it's the end of the month already. We've only got a couple of weeks and we can start putting the ice in. So it's great. It's hard to believe summer's half over. Sorry, kids. My grandson will love hearing that. But anyway, we look forward to the season. We thank everybody who supported the auction, all of those who came, all our friends, families. It was a great effort. Hopefully, as one of our friends in an email said, we'll have another one in December, and we'll be able to raise a little bit more money and get some more stands in there, because this is going to provide spectator seating, and we want to get a few more sets of stands this year if we can, and it'd be a great asset to the community.
Yeah, Len, something else I wanted to say thanks for is that the hooligans that continue to vandalize the Dome and slashing returned once more, and we thank them for coming back, because this time they're on film.
Yeah, isn't that great, Gary? And I do that's another point. I do want to thank Councillor Linda Moser for her great assistance. She had a camera that wasn't being used through her capital funds she had paid for. And she's loaned that to us here at the Dome, and that camera is going to help us resolve that issue with regard to who's doing the vandalism at the Dome. So Linda, thanks very much also to those councillors, Barry Dalrymple and Steve Adams, who also, without invitation, I will add, showed up at the auction. It was wonderful to have their support. So
some representatives cared, some don't.
Well, I guess there is some indication out there that they should have been invited, but trust me, there was no invitations issued. Those three councillors, God bless them, showed up on their own, and thank you very much, Linda, Steve, and Barry, for all your support. Anyway, it's Friday, July the 30th, as I said. Ice skating in a couple of weeks, Gary, from all of us here. Thanks very much for all of your support. Thanks very much for your support, folks, and we'll look forward to seeing you again in the next couple of weeks as we start the process of putting the ice back in at the Dome. From Gary and Len, thanks everybody, and thanks for your support at the auction.
Thank you, folks.